and welcome to another edition of Referee's Corner right here on IslandStats.com. I'm your host, Earl Basin, and joining me today will be a group of young referees. And we'll start off today with
Tyree Hollis.
Tyree Hollis. Well, first of all, welcome. Why refereeing for you?
Because I'm a football player and I enjoy the sport a lot, and I think it's cool to watch the young kids and how they grow into football.
Are you learning more about the game in a capacity of refereeing? Does that help your game?
Yes, when I read the rule book, I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't learn.
Where do you think refereeing can take you personally outside of playing?
Well, football doesn't work. Refereeing would be like a cool backup thing to do.
What games are you doing at present?
Like under 7, under 9.
You seem like you're nervous. You nervous? No? Okay, relax. All right. So, who decided you wanted to do this? You or you was with a group of friends or mom, dad? Who decided?
My mother's friend. My friend's mother signed me up.
Did you know you was being signed up?
No.
No? Oh, so it was a surprise for you. Oh, okay. So, when you were told it was something you was going to be doing, were you nervous? Were you upset? Were you?
Nervous.
Yeah. What was your first game like?
It was a pretty easy game. This was under 7 game.
Oh, okay. What was the score? You remember?
No.
Oh, you don't remember? Hey, the first you ever remember the first game that was playing or refereeing. No. Have you decided? When you see these games being played, or you're in the middle of these games, do you see yourself when you were at that age playing?
Yes.
In some of the things, like what? Everybody takes the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think by being in the middle, it helps you when it comes to your game itself?
Yeah, because like back then I used to shout at the referees for like making stupid goals, and now that I think about it, like they weren't too stupid goals.
It was what the person saw.
Yeah.
So it's more of a respect thing now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How many more games do you have before the Christmas break? Do you know? But you're playing as well, aren't you? Who do you play for?
Sunset Children's.
Okay, so you're refereeing on Saturday mornings, and then you're going to play Saturday afternoons
And
Sunday mornings. Okay. So when you finish refereeing, are you a bit drained a little bit to go and play, or you're happy to play?
I'm happy to play.
Yeah. You love football then. All right. Okay. I see you're ready to pass with the baton. Are you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Next person up. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you, young man?
I'm good.
You're good. Welcome. And your name?
Cyrus Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith. I'll turn this over a little bit. For you, with injury, why referee?
Because I love the game and I like watching little children play football.
Okay. Now, is football a passion or just something you like to do because it's something to do?
It's a passion.
It's a passion. What drives you in football?
To make it somewhere in the world, represent my country,
Mm-hmm.
and be someone.
Okay. Well, that's 3 good attributes. What do you learn about the game when you're taking the course to become a referee? Something that you didn't know before.
Like a referee can't see everything that happens on the field. It's a lot of stuff.
Right. And now your perception of referees changes?
Yeah. So like if I'm playing a game, I won't really all give the referee like that because I'm a referee myself.
Right.
So I see how it feels to be one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really see everything from every single corner.
Right. So how does that, in essence, how does that help you personally about your game, the fact that now you've taken this course, you now are a referee. So how outside of the game, how does that help you personally with school and other things that you do in life?
to focus
Yeah.
and love your dream, chase your dream.
Okay. Are you more settled now that you're doing something? Because when you're officiating a game and you have all these people looking at you making decisions, you're actually the person that's now making the choices for everyone. Do you feel added pressure when you're doing it? No. So football is something that you want to do professionally.
Yes.
Okay. And this is just a stepping stone for it. Okay. When do you feel, or when did you feel refereeing was going to be for me?
I didn't feel it. It just happened.
Yeah.
I just got signed up, got told to
Another
come.
one tricked into sign up.
Yeah.
How you guys get tricked?
You just got told to come the
Oh,
referee course.
right. And next thing you know, you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave you gear and a big and a whistle and the rules.
Yeah.
Okay. What when you were doing the course? What was one of the most challenging rule you found to administer throughout the game?
Direct and indirect fouls.
Okay. And now you understand the difference between the two a bit more,
So
or okay. So you still struggle with that. So as it goes on, you can learn more about it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What position do you
Playing
play?
in the midfield.
Okay. Okay. You were going to say something.
Playing like when they say it's indirect,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to play it, but like calling the fouls to make it there.
Right. You struggle a little bit with that.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's understandable. Now, what you can do is you have senior referees around that you can ask, and obviously you have YouTube videos that you can look at, and they can you could ask them, would this be considered a indirect or direct? There's always help out there. Don't
Yeah.
feel like you can't get help. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. Stick with it. It's gonna help your game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you. How are you, young man?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Good. Your name?
Michael Hampshire?
Okay, Micah. Another Barclay student.
Yes.
You got roped into?
Yes. My parents asked me to do so.
Oh, okay. Was it something you were thinking about before?
Yeah. I enjoy the game of football.
Right.
I wanted to understand the referee's point of view of the game.
Mhm.
So I want to see how it is.
Now, when you are told or you're in a discussion, it comes up that you're going to be refereeing. You're going to be refereeing people just under you. So what goes through your mind leading up to that?
Just being a role model, showing that they could do it when they get older.
Mhm.
Just be respect for them as they have respect for me.
Right. What do you struggle with the game as far as refereeing?
Probably the pathway the referee has to run through to avoid the ball
Mm-hmm.
and you play.
Mm-hmm. Is it more challenging when it's youngsters because they tend to follow the ball a lot?
Yes, they
Yeah.
just gravitate towards the ball.
Right. So what are you telling yourself to try and maneuver through that? Because in I want to say a little older football, it's more structured.
Yeah.
So the pathway you're running it's easier. It's an easier path as opposed to youngsters. So how are you going? How are you dealing with that mentally to make sure that you're not on top of the ball each and every time?
I drift away from the line of play and get to a position where I can see everything that's going on.
Mhm.
So if a fall happens, I can call it.
Right. Okay. And what position do you play?
Center back,
Okay. For who?
Somerset.
Oh, well, some of the children guys. Okay.
Yes.
You guys need to stop refereeing and help the singing team.
Yeah.
I can say that. But when you now watching games, are you watching games a little differently as opposed to a player now as an official?
Yes, because the referee, as humans, we all make mistakes,
Mhm.
and sometimes it might not go our way,
Right.
even though it's our point or advantage.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. And then when you now that you're Because it's difficult. You guys are still growing. You guys are still learning, and you're still wanting to play. Refereeing is just helping you analyze the game a little better. But when you watch a game per se, you personally, what is the first thing you're looking for? The center back or the referee?
Center back, my position.
Right.
See how they play.
Analyze what that person's doing and so forth.
Yeah.
So, from your refereeing experience, what are you taking into your games when you're actually playing?
Don't get mad at the ref and what he calls and nothing, because it might just happen in games.
Mm. And you might find yourself in that same position.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're refereeing, is that something you enjoy, or it's just something that, okay, I'm asked to do it, I'll do it?
I enjoy it. I enjoy that.
Get satisfaction out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. What we talked about what rules are there that you might not understand or you struggle with. Which one would you say would be?
The offside trap,
Mhm.
when players push forward and as a player cutting in the line, you
Right.
have to learn that don't run this offside.
Oh, okay. Okay. When you the first course you done,
Yeah.
basic course, was it a lot of interaction and about going over rules, or
Yeah.
were people just sitting there saying, okay, let me just hurry up and get this over done with?
At the beginning, we are trying to hurry up and get it over, but towards the end, we are outside
Mhm.
doing courses.
Right. Right.
So,
Okay. All right. I want to thank you for your time. Good luck.
thank you. Yeah.
Stop licking in girls. Oh yeah, man.
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Your name?
That's a zoo.
Yeah. You transferred to something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can strike it too.
Yeah.
You can help
Soon
out.
come
Yeah,
soon.
okay. All right. Well, Dennis, you've been playing for a while. Now you're officiating.
Yeah.
When you started officiating, what was one thing you heard when you were going through the program and you said, "Oh, I didn't realize that was a
Like how he has said that if it's like a head injury, you have to automatically stop.
rule?"
Because as like a player, sometimes you want to get on with the playing, keep
Right.
playing.
Right.
So now that I know that
Mhm.
when it's a head injury, he has to stop.
Right.
I'm not gonna criticize him because now that I knew, because I took
Because sometimes you be only getting
Yeah.
on towards good, but
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Has your perception of the referee changed a bit now that you find yourself in the middle at times?
Yeah, I kind of had because usually me, like I don't like when things don't go my way.
Right.
So now that I learned that I can't criticize the rap because if I'm a rap now
Mhm.
and I got criticized, I'm not gonna like it.
Right.
So now that I know, so I'm not gonna criticize him.
Right. What would you consider be the biggest challenge for you? I know you said you don't like to, you don't
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah.
So what would you consider be your biggest challenge personally, separating you as a player and you as an official?
Like when basically criticism, like if it's not productive criticism, I
Right.
don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you decide whether it's productive or
Yeah,
not.
yeah. If I take it productive, then it's productive. If I don't like it, then I don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the way people approach it as
Yeah,
well.
the turn sometimes.
Right. When you're refereeing the youngsters games, do you see yourself sometimes with 1 or 2 kids that referee what you doing? And
Yeah, I see a lot of them because some of them like the greedy, like they just like the ball at their feet. Now, at
Right.
one point in time, I was that kid. Like
Right.
if I didn't get the ball, I'll cry. Like But sometimes it feels like you could see the next professional coming
Right.
through the ranks. So
Right.
it's just good to see the young players.
You like seeing them when they have fun.
Yeah.
So, if given the opportunity, would you hypothetically referee a senior game?
That's a big step. Yeah.
You feel confident enough that you could try?
I can take the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think, as a youngster, you walking on the field to referee a senior game, you think you can command the respect of the play?
Yeah. I did.
How would you approach that?
I would take it as like you guys really want me to go out there and rap, but then after a couple minutes, like if I get used to it and it's normal, then I'll get used to it after a while. Yeah, I'll take it on.
What do you take from refereeing into your game?
To see like what my fellow friends have said that you can't see everything.
Right.
not all the time the ref could see everything, but when he does see it, you gotta accept the fact that he saw it.
How do we change that mindset of the people, other players in your team, and those people that support on the sideline that are constantly criticizing every decision a referee makes, whether it be for your team or against your team?
I feel that like some parents or some players don't have to approach it the way that they do approach it. They could use a different tone towards the ref, or they could have a simple conversation after the game and ask them why that decision was made. Because not all the time, like I said, the ref could see everything.
Right.
So some parents, when they're only silent, they can see the whole field.
Right.
So they're not looking at the whole everybody on the field. They're just looking at wherever the balls are. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. All right. Well, it was good talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck. Come on. Come on. Okay. Relax. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Everybody knows Trinae. How are you? Yeah, you gotta talk loud. See, I know you can talk loud. Can't you? You can talk loud, can't you? Okay, you gotta talk loud. Yeah. You're in the national program, right? So was this a challenge for you to start officiating? No. Yeah.
I was supposed to start last year.
Right. What stopped? Oh, you didn't? Nerves or just ran out of time? Right. So how are you able to manage playing, training with the squad, in the squad, and officiating? How are you managing all of that?
Just fits in my schedule.
Yeah? And you're responsible, so I see you have a job as well. You still working? Yeah, so you're well rounded. Now, in the academy, you guys get a little higher level training, and obviously rules and regulations and stuff you're learning. How does that help? How does refereeing help you spread a message to your teammates about the rules of the game?
Well, you learn a lot when you read the rules, and there's certain things like you could take to the game, you could tell your teammates not to do, because some people think like as an example, kicking the ball away. They think that some people think that they could just do it, but you can't. Because even if the players stop, you're still supposed to get a call for it.
Will you find spreading that message around to your teammates helps you as well as them?
Yeah, because if you keep the negativity out of it, like talking to your ref type of way, because when some refs, like you talk to them some type of way, they may just
shut you out.
Yeah.
Now, one would say you're an aggressive player. Do you referee like that? Do you like the game to be aggressive? Do you like when people?
I don't ref like that, but I just don't like the games are one-sided. So like the younger teams, I think it should be fair.
Right.
There's a lot of games on ref, a lot of teams are getting like 26 and 5 and stuff like that. I think it should be fair.
And what do you mean by fair? You mean age groups or?
Well, I think they have like group A and group B.
Right.
But some teams don't have two teams.
Oh, okay.
So they 8 teams that could be in the A group is playing in the B, and it's not fair.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So do you like refereeing, or is it just something to do? You like it? Why? Give me a reason why you like refereeing.
I don't know, because like if anyone you feel, you can see a lot of things that go.
Right. Now, do you take that to your game? Oh, okay.
But even being a linesman,
right.
Sometimes you can see a lot, like both sides and stuff. And when you see those, you know what not to do in your games.
Now, for the youngsters, is it offside? No. Okay, so when you're approaching a game and you like you say it's one-sided, how do you start cheating a little bit because you know the ball's coming? You want to be straight up. Okay. All right. Well, what did we do earlier? What was your final score?
3-2.
You like one? Market beat you. Huh?
Cheat.
Well, I feel Bruce. That's a referee. Well, thank you very much.
TNM Bruce.
Okay, all right. I want to thank you all for joining us here on Referee Corner. I'm your host, Earl Basin, and these were youth referees tonight. We'll be back next week with more youth referees and some senior referees talking about football and how we can improve and getting more officials.